Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is, and I'm back with another vent session. And before we get started, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button, hit that subscription, and turn on your notifications, because I'm here twice a week. And with that said, let's get on with the vent. So tonight I got a few things. I got some fight talk. The big fight's tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So Logan and Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing the thing. So I watched the weigh-in today. It was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. They both look like shredded. You know what I'm saying? They both look like super shredded. And what's cool about this one was for Floyd, because he didn't have to worry about losing any weight or anything, because I think he had a weight from between 160 and 190. So I don't even think he dehydrated or did anything like that. I don't even know if he'll be that much heavier, tomorrow, which is weird tomorrow, having like a Sunday fight day. Because usually it's like Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? Usually Saturdays is the big fight night. But tonight some UFC shit going on, and they didn't want to mess around with that. Plus, I think playoffs are going on. And, because the Lakers got eliminated. If that messed up anybody's fucking, brackets or gambling picks, you know what I'm saying? They fucking got eliminated by the Suns. Damn. But anyways, so I was watching the weigh-in, man. Like I said, he came in at about 155, and Logan came in at like 189. He was like a pound under, and they both look shredded. You know what I'm saying? And Logan looked huge, and shit like that. He did look a little top heavy though, so that could work pay dividends on his stamina. That could like make him get tired, or maybe even keep him off balance where. Maybe Floyd punches him on a back up. Maybe he's backing up and Floyd catches him one and he falls because of the balance issue, because he looks a little top heavy. I mean, he looks ripped, but his legs don't look that big. It doesn't look like even, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy looking. Like, he looks more like superhero-ish, you know what I'm saying? Because his legs is all little and he's just got like that top heaviness. So I think that could take dividends on his stamina. Like I said, I think it could make him off balance when he's trying to move away, be elusive, because he's got all that weight up top. You know what I'm saying? Then when he's getting hit, it's probably going to pull strain on the joints and shit like that, because the opponent's shorter. Floyd's coming in shorter, and he's going to have these angles. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he knows what he's doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a professional. You know what I'm saying? Not only professional, he's one of the guys considered one of the best of the world. You know what I'm saying? He's considered one of the best. And And, he's one of the best defensive fighters as well. Like, he's one of the guys hardest to hit. So that's where I feel another thing, too. Like, when Logan misses, you know what I'm saying? If he puts too much in those punches and misses, he's going to leave himself wide open. Because I've heard fighters describe fighting him as, like, I remember Andre Berto was, like, talking like it. Like he's like Spider-Man. Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, when he sees the bully's fist go by. He just fucking looks at it. He's, like, watching you all the time. Like, it's crazy. And it's awesome, man, like the way he sees things, you know what I'm saying? The way he sees a fight, and the way the other greats see the way they, see their opponents. And it's just amazing to see. It might look boring to some people, but, if you really see what's happening, like in slow motion, it's crazy. And it frustrates the other guy and everything. Like I said, I'm sure my man's going to hit some punches. Like I said, I think as long as he doesn't do no dirty shit, I'm sure he'll do some weird, wild, land some stuff, you know what I mean? He might get him on the ropes and, throw some flurries and might connect a couple, here and there. But I'm just saying, when he overcommits on a punch and misses, because he will miss a lot. He might hit sometimes, but he's going to miss a lot. And that's where you got to be, that's where the discipline comes in about, keeping your protection, or what do they say, protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because you might overcommit if you're hitting, get a little confident, and miss one big, hoo-ha or whatever, and fucking you're wide open, to a fast, really precise puncher. And you might, one tweet of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that big fight's tomorrow. And it's weird that it's on a Sunday. Like I said, it's weird. Sunday fight night. You know what I'm saying? It's different. That's for sure. Usually see the weigh-ins on Friday, then the fight's on Saturday. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good, entertaining night. I'm definitely going to tune in. just because I want to see, Floyd. There are all the people that was in Floyd's gym are all saying like, man, he was knocking out 190 pounders and, he was beating the shit out these dudes because he got so mad about the fucking hat thing. He felt like disrespected. At first, he was going to just have fun and do all these things until that shit happened. And so they said that Floyd was in there all serious, like he was fighting for like a real big fight. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? All because of the brother, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tune in. Like I said, it's gonna be entertaining. I think they even said like Chad Ochocinco is gonna fight, former NFL player, and I think he's fighting like a boxing a UFC fighter, a former UFC fighter. I don't know if he's former or not. I don't even know, but he's fighting someone who happens to be a UFC fighter, retired or active. I don't remember, but they're fighting tomorrow, and I was watching him train too, and it's going to be interesting. I think Chad Ochocinco looks like pretty can throw a punch, but I don't know about his jaw, man. We'll see what happens if that dude connects a punch on him. We'll see if Ochocinco, goes nighty-night, or if the other guy, or if it turns into an entertaining just punch fest. That's what I was hoping for some of these like non-sanctioned. I don't even know if these are really sanctioned. I don't even know, but these professional fights, because I love the tough man competition. Remember back in the day when they would have all those boxing matches that just, people, sometimes it'd be like police departments and fire departments, and then just the trash man, and he'd be just knocking people out, and it was just an average people. They'd be in their jeans and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I think those fights should be more like. You know what I'm saying? I think there should be headgear, and it should be more like the tough man contest. It would be way more entertaining. It'd be more sloppy, just, more action, more entertainment than these big. And I'm not into the big fucking concerts before all these fucking some of these events. What is that? The Trillers or some shit? Trillers? Triller. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like fucking some award show or some shit, or like it seems like not an award show. It seems like fucking like something you're in a movie, like you're watching a movie, or just like some WrestleMania. Like it seems fake when you're watching like their events, because they have like a whole concert before the fucking fight. You get this, and they're all excited about this epic ring walk. It looks like a video game, or like I said, or some exaggerated movie. And I just think those events are kind of weird. It's a weird event. Plus, they're doing this shit on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and it's a Sunday. But I don't know. But I'm excited to see the fight. Like I said, I think Floyd's going to win. I think the guy will make it. I think the guy might throw and land a couple punches. Like I said, I feel like he's big enough to where he might be able to get Floyd on the ropes. Or or it could be just a weird, amazing, like masterful performance by Floyd Mayweather. Just to show you what a professional looks like against somebody. Like he might just go there just to prove a point, and maybe just make the first round a little like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I try to warn everybody, man. Like, if whoever's watching out there, if you're a fighter, who's gonna fight him ever? I'm just kidding. Well, you guys give up the playbook, and then all of a sudden, your whole playbook, whatever that is, and then you can't never hit him. So if you give up the playbook on one little, he gives you a little confidence. And then you the next time it comes around, it just is not gonna be anything touching but air, because that's just who he is. But if he goes in there, like I said, and goes in there like proving a point, like this masterful, like he just goes in there, and my man can't, he goes in there, tries to be a bully, and he just can't. He just punching wind, and I think it would be I think it's gonna be super super awesome. Or it'll be one of those that some people think it's boring, because he's just gonna chill and just like block and pot shot my man, and you know what I'm saying? And or like say my man looks like he's got some power, right? And he punches Floyd, and then it doesn't hurt Floyd. And that's one thing a real boxer. Once a boxer doesn't respect your power, their whole fight plan the fight plan changes. The coaches are saying one thing, and they're like, this dude ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We're about to exchange. They'll try to get you into an exchange match. If they don't respect your power. And then they'll fucking bait you in to, try that hard shot again, because you're going to be wide open. And then you're going to fall for the trap. They call it, those are crazy traps. You know what I'm saying? They're like, take one to give one. And that's like a dangerous game to play with a professional. Especially like Floyd. He's slick, man. That guy is so fucking smart in that ring. Another thing, like I said, he's shorter than him. But when Floyd's in the ring, it's weird, because he looks way bigger sometimes in the ring, even when the guy's like a bigger opponent. I don't know if it's the size of the ring or the angles they put him on, but it seems like in the ring he carries himself like he just seems bigger or something, man. I don't know. But he's super he's just really good. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if this guy gets physical and tries to do some dirty shit, that's the only thing I just hope doesn't happen. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I just hope doesn't happen. But if it doesn't happen and he keeps it all straight boxing, I think Floyd will win. And we'll see how entertaining he makes it. You know, that's what I feel like. If he like figures him out, it's going to be like whatever Floyd wants to do after that, at that point. You know, like the McGregor fight. Once he figures you out, okay, I'm going to do a little something. Let's make some action happen. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be boring. And then he figured, I was like, all right, it's enough. I'm getting tired. I'm going to start beating your ass. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, Floyd used to be that super physical fighter. He has it in him. And so once he wears you down, and that's one thing too, like Floyd will box you out and, you know, check you out, you know, feel you out some rounds. And he'll be checking, seeing how you're plunging and seeing what you're doing. And in between rounds, if you guys ever pay attention to this dude, that's why he's like super, super good. My man will be like staring around his coaches and looking at the opponent, like fucking seeing how tired you are. Like he'll be checking your gas level and shit. Like from the other side of the ring between rounds, he's all like, "Yep, now I'm gonna do some more shit and fucking wear your ass some more down. Then I'm gonna fucking start." You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how he does his game. You know what I'm saying? Then you got those other greats. You know what I'm saying? Like Manny's and like, you know, the Errol Spences. You know, those guys do their things. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy though. But Floyd is just amazing. It's just crazy, and you hate it. You hate the dude because he gets a jerk when he's in interviews for between fights, but he's really good in the damn ring. He's really good in the ring. And super entertaining, like I said, because he gets all super snippy and arrogant, you know what I'm saying, in front of the cameras. And then he backs that shit up, man. Man, does he back it up. Then he makes it like, man, you don't like him even more. But like I said, I do. I think it's crazy, man. Yeah, it gets crazy when he does that, you know, jerk mode, when he's in interview mode, or being like money made, gotta fucking sell the fight guy. But when he's chilled and laid back, it's like, oh shit. He looks mad as hell. Like he looks like, so I'm excited to see if he's gonna beat my man, if he's gonna beat the kid up really bad, or if he's gonna just, you know, let him get super tired and miss a whole bunch of shit. And like I said, it's gonna be really bad for the kid if the power isn't there. Like if he think everybody sees him punching dudes and it looks all super hard, if it doesn't hurt Floyd, then he's gonna be in trouble, man. Those pictures of him training where he looks all bloody from punching his sparring partners and shit, that could be like tomorrow. That could be what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, there was a guy I did some lyric reactions to before named Tom McDonald, and a lot of people know him. And man, I love me some hip hop or rap or all that shit. You know what I'm saying? If the rap is killer, the lyrics are dope, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, these lyrical guys I like. You know what I'm saying? And this guy is pretty sweet. A lot of people give him some hate. They all try to say he's like trying to be like Eminem or Eminem's better than him, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, well, Eminem's better than a lot of people. So that doesn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? But this dude's pretty damn good. And I feel he's like more like he makes like a lot of like political statements or political, you know, statements in his lyrics. Like that's why I think it's kind of cool. It's got a, you know, kind of an old school kind of feel, because some rappers used to do that when like Nas and Pac and them guys used to talk about what was going on in the streets and shit like that. And anyways, so he's got this new song. It was called Snowflakes, and I was going to do a little reaction on some of these lyrics because they were pretty awesome. Like I said, it's like super, he's like super like political activist in this song, like I said. And that's why I think I like him. I don't really compare him to Eminem like a lot of people do. And so I just got some of the lyrics right here. So they say, here we go with some of these lyrics. Like I said, it's pretty awesome. Like I said, I like this kind of shit because it's saying something more than, you know, some of the music that's out there that are just really good beats. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, it says, if you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when you lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. Goodness gracious. Those are some great easy lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like if he doesn't put that right to the point, you know what I mean? And then, and then he comes out right after that. You know, right after that, like he drops that little truth bomb. Then he comes out and says, you think guns are take away the guns is the way you'll save kids from the killings. He says, but you're pro-choice and abortion kills way more children. That's crazy, man. Like I said, he ain't afraid to say some things that, a lot of artists probably can do and do it like, do it really well in their lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But if they sign that record deal, they're not allowed to. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have that freedom. And this guy's an independent artist, so he can speak his mind and say do these abstract, maybe be called abstract today, but otherwise back in the day just be good. It'd be like dope, good, the bomb. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, his lyrics are really awesome, and he can do that because he's not attributed to no label. You know what I mean? He don't got to dance for the man, as you would say. So, like I said, man, I just got a respect for the kid, man. He's doing his thing, and some people, like I said, give him a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? When you go look at some of his videos, you go to the comments, which I said, I love the comment sections. They be giving him a lot of hate, and some people do like a lot of people like him too. But I think it's just because they don't understand. My man's like kind of like a political activist or something. You know what I'm saying? But with his music, you know what I'm saying? So here's another one. He says, excuse me. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America most? Americans. And I don't know how true that is. Like, that's pretty crazy, in a bold statement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure a lot of Americans probably do hate America. I could say they probably do. And but anyways, I'm not one of them. But I mean, it's just crazy, the way that he would look at it that way, and it probably is that way in a lot of people's environments. It's probably there that way a lot, but some maybe it's not for some people. You know what I'm saying? But so here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. So he says, here I'm preaching at a protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They're preaching tolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. I'm like, wow, man, that's great. It's almost like you could just listen to this. It's like watching the news. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he just copied the news and made the news rhyme. You know what I'm saying? And then he says, he goes on to say, there's a race war here. Elections based on fear. Elections are based on fear. Black lives only matter only every 4 years. Soldiers die for this country. Every one of us benefits. They give welfare to bums, but forget about the veterans. They probably do. I agree with that veterans part. But the Black Lives Matter thing is, like I said, there's probably some people really doing that for the right reasons, other than what was happening when the people were doing things for the wrong reasons. And I always see things going on today, and hear about things and read about things about going on today that are still going on, but aren't in the news anymore, because they're peaceful and they're still talking about protesting and doing things. But it's for their, it's that reason. Ain't nobody rioting and doing no crazy shit. It's stealing TVs and doing all that bananas. Ness. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy, man. Like these lyrics, man. He gets pretty it's pretty good. He gets pretty deep on them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that BLM thing, you know what I'm saying? I kind of disagree on some of that because, like I said, some people are still doing this for the real reasons and not not everybody's doing it for that negative right now, like the way it was when they were amplifying all these riots and all these looting and all these things like that. Nobody's doing like that shit right now, like that. You know what I mean? And so anyways, here's another piece of this lyrics here. You know what I mean? He says, they've set us up to fail. That's the way they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop right across from the liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got only fans and dance on a stripper pole. Good Lord. Now that is some damn truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the role models today. That's damn true right there. You know what I mean? Like, damn. So, that, like I said, ouch. When the truth hurts, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, They got OnlyFans, and those are the role models now. Like people are listening to them. They got the millions of followers, and the weird people doing the TikTok videos, and those are the influencer people, or the influencers. You know, I try to talk invent and stuff like that, but they would call it the influencer. You know what I'm saying? But that's wild, dude. They got OnlyFans and dance on a stripper pole. Like the girls that are showing them bodies and being all, doing that stuff on the internet are the ones that are considered role models today, because they're making a lot of money and becoming successful financially from doing these things. Interesting. It's just interesting. Like I said, man, this guy's pretty wild. He's pretty good, man. He does some crazy, like I said, he's more like a political activist to me. That's what I would compare him to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would probably, if I would put a label on it. You know what I'm saying? I would say he's more like that. And anyways, I'm going to get on with some more Vince. But I thought that was interesting. Like I said, I like that dude's music. That song was called Snowflakes. And if you get a chance, just check it out, man. It's pretty good. I thought it was pretty all right, man. But I was wondering, we were talking about this yesterday. I had a couple people over and we were talking, and they were wondering, like, does everybody have a favorite color? Because when we were talking about favorite colors, because like I said, we're decorating, redoing things in the house and painting and doing colors and picking colors for shit. And we were wondering, like, I just realized, like, I don't think I have a favorite color. And I was wondering how, I was like, wow, man, it's wild. Like, I don't have a favorite color. I was trying to think about it. Do I have one that is just like my go-to color? I don't think I do. Does everybody have a favorite color? Am I supposed to have one? Is everybody supposed to have one, like a fingerprint? Am I unique because I don't? I don't think I'm unique because of that. A lot of people are undecisive. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we were talking about, like, wow, I don't think I have a favorite color. And we started talking about it. They were like, I like this color. And then come out some color. I don't know, like, I think you spend too much time on the internet, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. If you have a color, the color that you pick is like one I got to look up. Not only do I don't have a favorite color. Your favorite color, I don't give a damn about, because I can't. If it's one I got to look up, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you can't point to it. I'm like, what color is that? No, I'm just playing. Just because my color variety is just smaller than yours, and I'm just like, oh, what color is that? You know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was funny to pick on it. But I thought it was wild that I didn't even know that until we were talking about it. You know what I mean? Because I would just, pick something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh man, I didn't know I had a favorite color, or I didn't. You know what I mean? That's wild. I don't have a favorite color. But I hope I'm not alone in that, because I don't want to be the loner with no favorite color. I'll have to start a group on that. I'll have to start a Facebook group, the loners with no favorite colors. And I won't get banned from that one. No, maybe I'll get banned from that one. So like I said, man, I think that's crazy, man. The role models is crap. The new role models. So, we also got into some strange talk yesterday, and we were talking about some interesting things, and we are wondering, like, it just got weird because we were playing this game where you had to pull the cards. It was like, and then you have these questions, and it was like a weird trivia type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or not really trivia. Yeah, I guess it was kind of like trivia type shit. So it was like a weird game, regardless. So there was a question on there, and it said, is intelligence or wisdom more useful? And then somebody be like, isn't that the same thing? I don't think they're the same thing. Intelligence and wisdom. Like, you could be, have book smarts, and then I think wisdom is a combination of, being educated maybe, and then more, world-rounded, more, that's more than well-rounded. I'm saying like world, more global or worldly, or street smarts and all that stuff kind of combined into one individual. I think that's where wisdom would be stepping in. You know what I'm saying? But if you were intelligent, I think you would just be more like maybe on the educated academic side. You know what I'm saying? You'd be more the book smart guy. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the math and let me get the statistics on that. So that's what I think with the intelligence one. So which would I think would be more useful? I would probably say maybe the wisdom to a, I don't know. I think you would probably need them both, depending on the circumstance. Because when this topic came up, that's where I started the debate. Because I was like, there has to be a circumstance. You can't just pick those two because you would probably need. That's where you're like, well, what if this and what if that? You know what I mean? This game is limited. My responses are limited to your questions or some shit like that, like in iRobot. Because no way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what situation it would be because wisdom would be great if you needed to know where you came from to go where you're going to be, or something like that. Then you need intelligence to maybe figure out a plan, or you know what I'm saying, or build a device. You know what I'm saying, that you need to survive. You know what I'm saying? Or make a medicine. Or you know what I'm saying? Because you got, that intelligence. So it depends on the circumstance. I think it would be hard to pick one without, just going blindly with it. Going all Stevie Wonder and not knowing if you needed the fate or, needed intelligence, or did you need the wisdom? You know what I mean? Because you're going to be like, have the smartest ass dude, and then he did some dumbass choice. And you'd be like, well, I wouldn't have done that. The wisdom guy. The wisdom guy would have been like, I wouldn't have done that. So that's where you want to go with, then you would go with wisdom. You'd be like, man, I wanted to pick you anyways. Not this guy. And he's going to be like, hey, statistically, I had a feeling you were going to do this. You'd be like, I knew it. And that's why I want to pick wisdom. And then you guys would have had a big old fight. Wisdom intelligence fight. It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy and very I don't know. Stuff would have been, people would have got injured quick. Allergy medicine went flying, asthma inhalers. I don't know. Assuming they're all like the people from the Big Bang Theory. If they're all the geniuses are like them, then there would be stuff like that flying around. During the intelligence or wisdom battle. On who is more important. But like I said, everybody was all like, man, this game's taking forever because of me. I kept asking all these questions about all the questions. Like I had too many questions about your questions. I feel like some of these games that have this stuff need to be prepared for a person like me. I know I'm not alone on this. Some people probably have these questions and just tuck them in and just bottle them in and just tuck them in and don't even say anything. But I'm the type of individual that's going to be like, well, what's the situation? And to be like, no, you got to pick one. You got to pick one right now. I'm like, well, I want to know, what's happening. Are we doing this? Like I said, do we need this? I'd be asking all kinds of questions. What type of scenarios are we in? Are we underwater? Are we in an underwater base? Are we floating in the ocean on a boat with no fuel and limited food supply? And we're starting to look at some of the animals, and we're trying to lure in seagulls for food. What's going on here? What kind of situation are we in? Then I'll tell you what kind of specialist I need. I need somebody with pure intelligence to fix this engine. And then I'm going to need the wisdom to figure out which direction we're going to go, because this guy figured out that he was more of an engineer, intelligent, and he could fix motors and fix electronics. But he couldn't tell you which way was up or down. But he could tell you which wire and circuit breaker could do whatever the hell they're supposed to be doing. And that circuit electrical lingo. But then, you don't know what happens. The weather comes, and the guy can't see the sun anymore, so he can't tell you which way to go. And maybe that's when you need the intelligence guy again, to calculate, which way they were heading at the time and which way the wind is pushing them, and maybe they can steer their way back to land. So I think it determined. They were like, man, you just made this game unfun. I made the game unfun. I ruined it. All because of that damn question. We were maybe 3/4 of the game in. You know what I'm saying? And points was getting good. Scores was close. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to go and mess it all up with the questioning. I had to go and extend the question, and I took the fun out of it. I think I took the mystery out of it, because then every question, everybody was looking at me what's he gonna say on this one? What's he gonna say on this one? So my bad. So my bad on that one. Okay, so this was another one from this game, but I actually, and this is where like this was probably the last question. This I think this was like they were like, all right, I think we're done. I'm just kidding. Well, so let's say you woke up tomorrow and you had your memory was like completely wiped. You just woke up tomorrow and you had like you didn't know who anything was, who you didn't know who you knew who you were, and that was it. All you did was know who you were. But everything else was gone. Like you knew who you were, you knew your birthday, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But when you woke up, the person next to you, you didn't know who they were. You didn't know you had children. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know nothing. You didn't know any of your family members. You didn't know nothing at all. You just woke up and only knew who you were. Like you were just like got memory people in in your life just got swiped away. Like what do you do? I would freak out and scream, and I would be weird. I would freak out and scream, and probably smack her butt and then run out the room. I'd probably be like, "Oh my gosh," you know what I'm saying? Scream really loud and be like, "Psh," and then run. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know who it was. I would have been like, "Oh my gosh," you know what I'm saying? Then I would have ran in fear, and then I would have checked my ID and be like, "Oh, this is my house," and I'm like, "Get out!" You know, you strangers. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? It would have been some craziness. Them, trying to convince you that that's your wife and that's your family, and anybody, your family members, your children. People just trying to be like, remind you of your everyday life and you don't remember a damn thing. That would be so, so crazy, man, if you just woke up and what if you didn't even know who you were? That'd be crazy too because you'd be going on this wild hunt. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays with the technology, you probably just zip a fingerprint. But what if they wiped everything? What if it was like a secret government thing? You know what I'm saying? Where they wiped everything down and you just, you had nothing left in your life. You know what I'm saying? They just fucking took your life away and not even your fingerprint saved you. You know what I'm saying? So nobody knew who you was. You was just a John Doe. And that'd be crazy too, man. Like I said, what would be the first move? Like if you did have a family, you had a wife and children, and you woke up and you didn't recognize her, and you'd have to, freak out and like, they'd be trying to talk to you every day, like, oh no, this is this, and showing you pictures, dude. That'd be so scary. And oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be just the creepiest thing ever. There's movies like that shit. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be creepy. And oh my gosh, and it would just trip me out. It would just trip me out. So I gotta, I've always said this like about the, dumb celebrities, like, dumb criminals. And I'm like, man, people are dumb. And I always state, I am no genius. I don't say I am no genius. I do a lot of dumb things all the damn time. All the time. And you know what I'm saying? And, but some people are dumb when it like some people that have money are dumb. I don't know what this is about. They should have just called this a donation to save face because I read this and this is true. An artist sold a invisible sculpture for over $18,000. A sculpture of absolutely nothing. So like, it's in my hand right now, let's say. And it's sold for like $18,000. They let me borrow it. Okay? They let me borrow it and I got it folded up. I just folded it up because it's like on a wall. So they let me fold up this invisible sculpture that was $18,000, over $18,000. And they let me over here to show it. Okay, so it's on my hand right now. Which hand do you want to pick? I don't know. It's on one of them. But there it is. It's an over $18,000 invisible sculpture. And this dude sold it. Somebody bought it. Somebody bought it and somebody sold it. Like, I wonder what the sales pitch was like. Like, what was he pointing out? Like, what was he showing? Like, What was their reaction? Like, those are beautiful lines. Or, I love it. You know, like when somebody's at your house, like, oh man, don't sit there. Like, why? You know, oh, watch out, watch where you're standing, man. Like, why? What are you talking about? Don't you see the lights, man? My sculpture is right there. You what? He's like, my sculpture, man. What the fuck? Get out of the fucking way. He's like, man, there ain't shit there. Leave my house. You know what I'm saying? Leave my rich house. So he makes you leave the rich house with his fucking over 18. It was over $18,000. Like $18,000 and like some other thousands of dollars. And some other money. You know what I'm saying? And it was, oh my, it wasn't $19,000, but it was over 18. And this dude had the rich house, you know, bought it and kick a dude out for trying to stand in the way of it that he just bought. I wonder how they shipped it. Did they put it in a box? I wonder if they put it in a box and they actually brought it to his house in a box. Y'all are fucked up. If you guys brought this box to his house and shipped it, you know what I'm saying, packed it in foam, or just packed foam in a box and took it to his house, what was the dimensions? I was trying to see the dimensions of the sculpture. That's why I said I got it right here. I don't even know what the dimensions were, but my man was standing in front of this lit up wall and he was like, this is it. You know, you bought it. I wonder what the sales pitch was. Like, how did he sell it? Like, what was he pointing out exactly? Like, what specifics was he pointing out when he was, you know, trying to get that dough from everybody about this invisible sculpture? What was he doing? I don't know, man. Like I said, people are dumb. Somebody bought it, and how did he sell it? You know, what was he on? Was he on some really good LSD or some really good hallucinogenics? You know what I'm saying? That's why I question some of these, you know, people's extracurricular activities when they have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I guess some of the regular stuff just isn't enough, so they get bored and try some new shit. And then you're over here making invisible sculptures, man. Whatever you did on some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had like the Tide Pod fucking whatever. You know, you did a Tide Pod in your vape. And you were like, I'm going to make this sculpture invisible. You know, what happened? I mean, I guess, man, you made the money. Good Lord, the dude bought it. And I just wish I could see the sales pitch. I mean, when you revealed it, like, I wish I could see the people's faces reaction when you revealed it. Like, when they were in awe, like, started bidding. Was there a bid war? Like, these guys are like, I'll give you this much. I want this thing. Oh, my God, I got to have it. I got to have it. And they're like, have what? That, you stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be rich like me. I was like, I am rich like you. Not me. I'm saying I'm supposed to be the rich people that are in there looking at this invisible sculpture. How the hell did they buy this shit? Because I want to know. And like I said, I want to know if they boxed it up and sent it to his ass in a box. I got to know if they did this. I really want to know. I think that's great. Invisible sculptures, humans. Invisible sculptures. I guess we got to cash in on this. We should all cash in on these and just start sculpting some invisible shit and try to, you know, cash in on this before people realize there ain't nothing there. So we got to find the rich people that want to buy some and start posting them online. You know, this is my invisible sculpture. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? You know, this one moves with the sunlight. This one looks like it follows you as you turn. And we can just cash in on this. We got to do this, humans, before it's too late. And with that said, I hope you guys liked this episode. And if you did, hit me with that like and subscription and turn on those notifications because I'm here twice a week. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.